that two different careers are not similar, but this seems to be accurate in the case of Warren Buffett. He started out selling newspapers, but now spends 5 to 6 hours per day reading them and keeping a close eye on market trends and his billion-dollar empire. With a rule for everything, Warren Buffett could definitely tell some genuine things about productivity. Well, he has never written a book, but his 525 rule would work well with everyone. In today's video, we're going to discuss how Warren Buffett's 525 rule can change your life, so stay tuned to find out. Warren Buffett's 525 rule is a routine used to help people in focusing on their most rated goals and their life pursuits that appear most important. The 525 rule can be compared to personal or professional targets, family time, or career goals, making it a helpful, simple technique for prioritizing all elements of life. Making lists of goals is not a new thing. In fact, it's the first step in unlimited goal-setting methods. It's Buffett's trademark of prioritizations that makes this rule so different. The 525 rule is exactly how you prioritize like Warren Buffett, focusing entirely on committing fully to at least number of goals and raising the opportunity to completing them more effectively than if you had altered all of your objectives at once. It feels counterintuitive as we think doing more is better in terms of speed and quality. In reality, focusing on less is completely logical and exactly what our single-focused brains love to do. The inception of this prioritizing rule isn't completely agreed upon. It's most possibly something that business tycoon Buffett has blended in his career. With that being said, common knowledge of the 525 rule sprung from conversations between Buffett and his private pilot Mike Flint. Mike knew a little about Buffett, so it was natural that he would be curious about his mysteries. As Flint's account goes, he was talking about his career with Buffett, who quickly instructed him to write down 25 professional priorities. As soon as Flint had done so, Buffett told him to then circle the 5 most valuable aspects. Flint finally had his top 5 career goals circled. Now this pilot had 2 lists, the list of 25 as the B list and the top 5 goals as the A list. Catching on quickly, Flint reassured Buffett would be his major priority. When asked what he would do with the B list, Flint responded that he would dedicate some time and energy to the others as he considered appropriate. Buffett is then quoted as saying, "No, you've got it wrong, Mike. Everything you didn't circle just became your avoid at all cost list." Mike Flint asked for more clarification. Warren Buffett then told his dear friend about the situations and said if he was seriously interested in achieving these career goals, he must give zero attention to the B list and should work towards the 5, not the 25. After completing his top goals, Flint could repeat the procedure by adding new objectives to the B list, from which a new A list would be created. If you're liking the content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now, let's continue. The 525 rule is a helpful exercise for all the goals that you wish to achieve in your life, but for Mike Flint, it was sold as a career management tool. It is very useful as a career plan will include a vast number of goals. Following the Buffett philosophy allows you to view long-term prospects as specific goals. If you are a worker, you will have a list of professional goals for your career. If you are a manager, your goal will expand to your team and your company. The procedure remains the same, and it goes exactly like this. Number 1. Write down a list of your top 25 career goals. These can be short-term or long-term. Number 2. Choose the 5 most important goals of these 25 by circling the top 5 items. You can select goals based on their detected value, meaning, relevance, results, or urgency. Number 3. Take your crafted list of 25 and remove 80% of it. Don't put your lower 20 in the calendar. Don't save them for a rainy day, and don't even allow them to keep living on the page. Instead of that, just cross them out. By removing the majority of your purposes, you are purposely categorizing them into 1 or 2 categories, do or do not. You can use the 525 rule to help you focusing on the most important goals first and prevent being distracted by less meaningful things. This effectively frees some mental resource where you're not bothering about too many options. In other words, keeping your goal narrow accommodates selective focus, the potential to direct your attentions to one goal and block out distractions. It's a skill that eventually helps you get more done in less time. And it's expected for everyday time management, as in time blocking, as well as public long-term success at work. Making tough choices is obviously a formal event in the day of Warren Buffett, who is a man with the best ever investment track record. His career started from 3 shares of Citi Service Preferred at $38 per share, all the way to his record $139 billion investment in Apple. There is no doubt that the majority of Buffett's stock value comes from a handful of holdings. This is a man who has clearly practiced what he lectured to pilot Mike Flint. His curated choice proves that he is a man of strong priorities who only will concentrate on the lucrative few, not the confusing quantity. When it comes to setting objectives, it's really no different. Invest in your top 5, ignore the rest, and you'll soon see some nice returns. What's your take on this 5-25 rule? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our upcoming videos. See you soon. Thanks for watching.